This story begins early spring this year. I had just announced the start of my secret project, which, long story short, entailed creating 20 element-themed art pieces over the course of 2 to 3 years. Ambitious, right? These pieces are meant for a bigger goal, and this goal I won't share with you, of course, because one, then I don't need to share the humiliation with you if I fail, and second, I need some leverage to keep you coming back, because admit it, I am making you a little bit curious, am I not? Especially when I say that these pieces are not meant for an art exhibition. The longest winter of my life had just passed. 7 months of freezing -35°C days. The world a constant frozen snow globe that kept shaking itself up, burying me in endless layers of snow, and my creative flow along with it. Needless to say, when the snow globe finally cracked, and the first hints of spring caressed my pale, lifeless skin, it also reawakened my fingertips to pick up a brush once more. The first element in my secret project was water, and the first painting I wanted to create was a watercolor ocean portrait. The only problem was I had never actually painted an ocean before, let alone a watercolor portrait. How on earth was I going to pull it off during the 1 month I'd given myself to complete the piece? Second question, why do you think this video exists? Exactly, spoiler alert, because I didn't make it. Well, at least not at the first or the second try. But, more spoilers alert, there is a third try in this video. And I think you'll like that one. Good morning, everyone. Here we are. For those of you who are curious about my secret project, because I've been talking about it in my last couple of videos, my secret art project, it is going well. I am kind of behind schedule. I was supposed to finish a big painting like last week. The point was I got everything right with the composition. I know exactly what I want to paint. I just couldn't figure out the colors. And I'm like, if I can't visualize the colors, I can't visualize my painting. And I've taken a break from it, and this morning I was just swatching some colors, and I think I finally figured it out. So, you know, I was contemplating whether I should go with this kind of a theme or these kind of colors, and I'm definitely leaning towards this one. So I'm just really excited to continue working on it because I think I figured out what I want. So what I'm gonna do today is I think I'm just gonna make a small version of the big painting and be absolutely certain that I'm getting the vibe that I want from my painting. Now, I didn't know that at the time this wasn't going to work, as one usually doesn't know such things in advance. So I blissfully and ignorantly threw myself into this project. I thought that by practicing oceans and portraits, planning every part of the painting to every minute detail, sketching over and over, obsessing over finding the perfect colors and making countless practice pieces, even starting the piece and failing at first, then spending countless more hours prepping, this would ensure my absolute success during my second try. Sprinkle in a little bit of fake it till you make it confidence with a drop of creative bravery, or more like a few bottles of them, and finally I thought I was set to go. am about to begin painting the big painting, my first big painting in my secret project. And I'm nervous. I was supposed to finish this 2 weeks ago, and then I just ended up doing a lot of prep work, figuring out the color palette, figuring out my composition, everything. And now I think I am as ready as I can be. Like, I don't know what other kind of prep work I can do, but I'm nervous. Like, am I able to pull this off? I have no idea. This is the biggest painting, watercolor painting I've ever painted. It's a completely different color palette than I'm used to. It's a portrait, which I'm like very new to, and it is one very challenging piece of art. But I think that if I pull through, I'll learn a lot from it, which is, you know, good. So I began. And of course, right as I began, the universe thought it was a good time to serve me broccoli. Just picture this big plate of disgusting steamed hot broccoli oozing with a smell that's even worse than the taste. Maybe you like broccoli though, so in that case just picture the worst type of food you can think of, like eggplants. Yeah. It was as if the universe thought I needed extra adulthood challenges in addition to this overly ambitious challenge I'd already created for myself. Despite the broccoli and hints of eggplant though, I was not about to let this vegetabilize my painting, so I pushed through anyway. No matter how rich the strokes were, how shaky my hands were, and the lack of joy I felt while creating, I did start, and I did keep going. I want to say that I'm proud of myself for doing that. In many cases I would have been, but looking back at it now, it was the worst I could have done. Forcing this painting from a place of sheer determination and lack of everything else. Most of all because I was after a very specific feeling that I wanted to portray. Serenity, inner peace in the eye of life's storm. Poetic, right? And I couldn't have been further away from that feeling while I was painting. Oh, it's an ordeal to face my own brain in this, but I'll just keep going, because usually things will turn out better than I expected, and that is all I'm hoping for now. I'm not after creating a realistic painting. I'm not after creating something perfect. I just hope I can convey a feeling at the end result. I have a very specific feeling that I want to portray in this, and if I can pull that off, you know, she doesn't have to become pretty. The whole painting doesn't have to be pretty or beautiful. It's just the feeling when you look at it. So pushing through at times you're not feeling okay while creating is a good skill to have. I'll admit that. We're talking consistency and perseverance here, not having to rely on motivation all the time. But I also think that if every step of the creative process is an emotionless, monotonic dirt road you're walking barefoot on just to get it done, just so you don't fail, it rarely results in much good. Hello everyone. Good morning, once again. It is the next day and I'm gonna try something scary. for my painting. Something I've never done before. I've tried it on a tiny sheet to see how the watercolor absorbs into this, but I've never incorporated it into a painting that I hope to complete. And so this might either go really well and like I'm gonna get really excited because I get this nice structure on my painting, or I'm gonna mess up the progress that I have now. So what I'm gonna use is this aqua modeling paste. There we go. So watercolor masking, no, modeling paste. My brain isn't working today. Probably because I'm nervous. And the plan is, because I want, on my painting, I want the hair, her hair, to be a part of the ocean because she's surrounded by water, by the ocean. And I thought that perhaps the modeling paste could be a nice way to make the hair and the water more unified and make her figure and the sky stand out. But I'm just guessing here, to be honest. Let's try it, shall we? Why am I so nervous about this? Okay, I can do it. I am creatively brave. I can make art. I can even make art I haven't tried before, so... Finished. I got the paste all over the painting. Now I don't know what to think. Well, I'll show you. Here we are. Now we all got this structured stuff on the painting, and there's definitely no going back. And yeah, I'll just have to see how the paint reacts to the paper. But once again, this is just a creative journey. If it doesn't work out, I'll just try again. There's really I'm just telling myself it is fine. I'm gonna go take a break. And when I return, I shall try the colors, I think. Yeah, just have to keep going. Let's do that. As I neared the finish line, I felt nothing but exhaustion, sadness, and a complete distaste for the entire piece, to be honest. It might not look that way on camera, but like we've talked about before, on camera you only see the things the creator wants you to see, chooses for you to see, not what is actually going on behind the scenes. I just talked to you for like 5 minutes straight. And then I was gonna like look back at it and I realized I filmed myself in slow motion, which is like the embodiment of awkward. Seeing yourself talk in slow motion. Not what I needed to see right now. Anyway, I am having a beer, sitting outside next to my painting. If I look away, it's at my painting because she's right there. I am nearing the end, and I'm procrastinating to cross the finish line. I think I'm definitely at the ugly stage, but I'm also starting to question the entire piece. Like the colors, I am not pleased with how I've painted her features. I feel like I've messed up the face and the light situation. Yeah, I don't know, but I need to finish it anyways. Like that is one of my ultimate goals for this year, is that every piece that I start, I will finish, just for the sheer practice of finishing it and accept that things don't turn out the way you think or things won't be perfect. I need to finish it anyway. So that's where I'm at. And now I'm just sipping on a beer, trying to find my courage to finish this thing. gosh. Yeah. Okay. Here she is. Oh, I hate this feeling where I'm like, I'm almost ashamed to show you because I'm not happy with the result. And this is, you know what, to be honest with you, this is scary. It's scary to show you this piece. It scares me. But I just need to tell myself that I'm still an intermediate artist just trying to learn. I am still a work in progress, which we always are. It's still an accomplishment to finish such a big piece, and she's not that bad. But I think the point is I can do better. I feel like I definitely can do better. And so please don't judge my entire artistic being on this painting. I'm asking kindly to not do that. So, shall we? Drum roll, please. There she is. There she is. Oh, I got like this. Okay, I'll put it like that. There she is. Yeah.
I was honest with you throughout the entire process in my earlier videos, but I also left out how upset I was with this self-proclaimed failure, because in an ideal life, I want to be able to cope with setbacks like this one, like a normal human being, and just brush it off, not make such a big deal about it, you know? But I didn't manage to brush it off. I did, however, try again, because I'm stubborn like that.
It is now many weeks later since I finished. Not sure if you can. Her? There? Since I finished her. And I was going to try and be strong in the sense that I am not pleased with it, but it's okay. I just need to move forward, and it's a learning process, and all these kind of things. But the last couple of weeks, or ever since I finished it really, I just couldn't shake the feeling of I want to try again. Because I realized it wasn't about just trying to be strong and move on and be okay with bad art, even though it's not bad, but it's not what I envisioned. But I also realized that it's bothering me because I haven't been able to represent a very specific feeling that I wanted to portray. And then it was like, why is that important to me? Why is it so important to me to create a painting with this feeling? Why can't you put this feeling in another representational painting, in another painting? But no, I can't. This feeling is so specifically aligned with the vision I had for this composition, for this face, for everything, and I just can't move on until I've gotten it out. So I'm going to try again. This time I'm not going to be using any modeling paste. I'm not going to try to stick to specific lines. I'm just going to try to let the paint do the work. And I'm going to follow the paint, if that makes sense. And see that if I can align myself with the art and the beauty of the watercolor medium and the way that it flows and the way that it lives on its own, maybe I have a chance of creating this that I apparently really desperately need to get out. I'm gonna do that. Let's see what happens.
Standing at your doorstep, feel it everywhere, feeling everything. Still hours left of daylight, to my broccoli-stained painting fiasco is simple. One day I woke up with a broccoli and eggplant mousse around my feet, gone. What I'm trying to say with that is my problems resolved themselves as they usually do, and I could breathe again. And I had also tried to force something where the timing just wasn't right. This whole process and this journey of this painting, it showed me that both life and art, it can't be forced really. It goes in phases, it moves, it flows, it throws you broccoli, it stagnates, it changes, and many times it brings you gifts. Instead of trying to control the uncontrollable and force it all despite of emotions, exhaustion, and adult life stuff, I must instead learn to move with it and simply trust the process.